Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Srila Prabhupada book reading session. This is the morning session and currently we are reading the Nectar of Instruction and yesterday we have started the shloka number 10 and just I just read this purport in early morning and this purport is so beautiful. Not simply we have to hear this purport but we have to apply this entire purport in our life. Okay, so today and tomorrow we are going to finish the Nectar of Instruction. Okay, so let's start our session by offering the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kada Mayyam Dadatin Swapadantikam. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्द माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we are not taking the summary because it is taking it will take around 15 to 20 minutes, na? So okay, we'll today directly go to the purport. And if you want, then one day we can take the summary of entire NOT within 1 hour. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So yesterday what we see na Mathura, there is hierarchy is given na yes, exalted positions. First is a Mathura, Mathura Dham, and above them Vrindavana, and above Vrindavana then 12 forest of Vrindavan, and above that the Govardhan, and above Govardhan Radha Kunda, is it? So, and in this shloka we have seen na yes, Govardhan Hin and then Radha Kunda. So this is the hierarchy of the most important places. Okay. And why Mathura is Mathura is a superior to the Vaikunta, because Lord himself appear in the Mathura, and the Vrindavana because Lord do the lot of leelas, even the Ras Leela in Ras Leela in the Vrindavana. And Govardhan Hin is more important than that, because Krishna raised the Govardhan hill on his finger, and there are many loving pastimes happen there. And Radha Kunda is also it's a super excellent place, because Radha Kunda is very dear, Radharani is very dear to Sri Krishna, and then her Kunda is also her Kunda is also very dear to the Krishna, and many nectarian pastimes has happened there. Okay, so the pure devotees like to stay there. But you know what Srila Prabhupada say, you shouldn't go in a Vrindavana, make the houses there and stay there comfortably. No, you have to come out of a Vrindavana. This is what Prabhupada has not only giving the instruction, but he also follow. You have to come out of the Vrindavana, and you have to give a Vrindavana to everyone. You have to pre-reach you have to give Krishna to everyone. You have to pre-reach the mission of Lord Chaitanya. Okay. So this is not a goal, okay, just to simply get the house in a Vrindavana and go there and start doing the sense gratification there. No, our mission is that you have, even if you are staying in a Vrindavana, you have to get out of the Vrindavana and you have to give Krishna to everyone. Means you have to pre-reach the message of a Lord Chaitanya. Okay. So, and in this 10th verse, like we have seen, yes, first come the we can start with the vikarmis, they don't follow the rules and regulations of the scriptures. Then there are karmis who follow the rules and regulation of the Vedas, but they want some result. They don't worship Krishna or a demigods out of love. They worship so that they want something in a return. Then about this karmis, there are gyanis. Gyanis knows that if I engage myself in this material sense gratificatory things, then I these things will bind me, and there is no what we say, here is no happiness, so I need to get out of this. So these are the gyanis. But a gyanis, they are considered as a ignorant. Why they are considered ignorant? Because they don't know the devotional service. They are not able to taste the nectar of devotional service. Okay. So about the gyanis, there are devotees, and devotees, and among the devotees who are worshipping Krishna out of a love, they are most exalted are the are the gopis, damsels of a Vrindavana. And above the damsels of a Vrindavana is the Srimati Radharani. No one can bypass the Srimati Radharani. Okay. So this is the hierarchy. So yes, we read the first paragraph now. Now we can start with the second paragraph. Hare Krishna, who want to read? Yes, Vinod
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Let's give chance to Vinod Prabhu.
Sages have divided the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead into three categories, namely the spiritual energy, marginal energy, and material energy. The material energy is considered to be the third class energy, Tritiya Shakti. Those living beings within the jurisdiction of the material energy sometimes engage themselves like dogs and hogs in working very hard simply for sense gratification. However, in this life or after executing pious activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attracted to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. Thus, on the strength of their pious merit, they are elevated to heavenly planets. Actually, those who perform sacrifices strictly according to Vedic injunctions are elevated to the moon and planets above the moon. As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 9.21, Isne Pune Marthya Lokam Visanti. After exhausting the results of their so-called pious activities, they again return to the earth, which is called Martyaloka, the place of death. Although such persons may be elevated to the heavenly planets by their pious activities, although they may enjoy life there for many thousands of years, they nonetheless must return to this planet when the results of their pious activities are exhausted. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So yes, in first paragraph, what we have seen that those who are desirous of gaining material profits by the working are called as a karmis or a fruity workers. Means they are working they are having desire, so that if I worship or if I do something, I will get some result, and from that result I can do the sense gratification. And so these people are under the spell of a Maya. And one who is under the spell of Maya, he cannot be happy. Why? Because Maya Devi has a Trishula. He will give you Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik Klesha, okay, or miseries. So yes, here a sages has divided the energies of a supreme personality of a Godhead Krishna into the three. So what are these? First is a spiritual energy. And a spiritual energy is antaranga shakti, from which the spiritual world is manifested. And second, and even the jivas are called as a marginal energy or tatastha shakti, but actually they belong to the superior energy. Okay, but they have further classified into marginal energy because they have the tendency that like they can associate with the spiritual energy and become the spiritual, or they can associate with the like material energy and bahiranga shakti, and they can they can act according to the material energy. Okay, so we every moment we have the choice, we have to choose between a krishna and we have to choose between the maya. And in a last session, Aishwarya Mataji was taking SP class, that she was reciting one shloka from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which state that Krishna is like a sun. When Krishna is present, there is no question of a darkness, and Maya is like a darkness. When we have the Krishna, then there is no question of anxieties, worries, etc., etc. Like you will be very happy. And when inside your mind, when there is Krishna, then other things won't come. Okay, so as today is like a disappearance day of a Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Like he used to say, the only there is only uh, a thing, one thing is less, that is a Krishna consciousness. So we should when we taste the honey, then we can tell everyone that honey is very tasty, it's very nutritious. Firstly you have to read the Srila Prabhupada books. Firstly you have to take the spirituality seriously, then you can do the preaching. Okay, and it will be effective when you're following the things, and then when you tell that things to the other people, then they will start following. And that's why Prabhupada said the purity is a force. So yes, sages divided into energies into three, and like also in a previous part we have seen now, like uh, like one who is intelligent, he take the shelter of a Srimati Radharani, like a spiritual energy, Haladini Shakti, because like Radharani has the bouquet of flowers in her hand, and like Maya Devi has the Trishul. Like so, less intelligent person and like one who is ignorant, one who is a foolish, he take the shelter of a material energy, and shelter of and it is also called as not a good shelter at all. Okay, because she is always giving you kleshas, please get out of this world, please get out of this world. And what we say, oh, even you are pushing me with your trishula, but I like this sense enjoyment, I want to stay here. So we don't have to do that, because Prabhupada is so merciful. He has given us a Krishna consciousness, that too in very easy way. You don't have to go on a Himalayas, do the tapasya for the thousands of years. You simply have to get up early morning and chant the 16 round, follow the four regulative principles, and enjoy. And you have to relish the reading the Prabhupada books, hearing the Harikatha. That's it. But we are not enjoying because we are having the jaundice, right? But we have to keep taking medicine. When the disease will be cured, and we will again taste the nectar. Okay, so yes, and what Prabhupada is saying here, those living beings within the jurisdiction of a material energy sometimes engage themselves like a dogs and hogs in a working very hard simply for a sense gratification. So yes, everyone is working very hard for the sense gratification. Sense gratification, like they want a big house so that they can live comfortably. They want a beautiful wife so that they can have the they can enjoy with her. Like they are drinking, they are smoking. Like actually they are harming themselves. Like we also see the analogy of a camel. Like a camel, what he do, he eat the thorns, like a branch full of thorns, and when he's eating, that thorns cut his tongue, and that blood comes out, and he tastes his own blood, and he thinks, oh, this is very tasty, let me eat it, but he's injuring himself. Okay, and this sense gratification is like a itching. When you itch, you feel better, but when you keep itching, you may feel better, but you are damaging that area. Like blood will come out from that area. So we have to tolerate this itching, and we have to engage ourselves in Krishna's service. There is one shloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Atmendriya Priti Ichha Tare Bhare Tare Naam Kam Krishnendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bale Prem. So when we try to gratify our senses, then it is a kama, it is a lust. But when we try to gratify the Krishna senses by serving Krishna with a love and faith, then it is called as a love. Okay, so yes, we are working very hard, people are doing that 2 shifts 3 shifts so that they will get the more money, and they will enjoy, and they can do the sense gratification. But there is no use of this life. You can simply do the one job, and whatever amount come, you can use in a Krishna service, and you can invest the 4 5 hours in Krishna consciousness. Okay, So we have also seen the tripod of a life now. First is the early morning for the Krishna consciousness, day for a work, evening for a family. Like you should balance these three things, okay? Otherwise, like your life will be not good, okay? Even if you like if you given lot of time for your Krishna consciousness, then your work life will be hamper, and then your family life will be hamper, and like even like if you give a lot of time for your work, then your family life will be hamper, and like your like Krishna consciousness will be hamper. And then like if a Krishna consciousness has hamper, then what is use of doing this much job? Because like at the time of death, like a time will take everything, Krishna will take you everything, or like give that things to like other person, you or your like a descendants or someone. And so like like when you give a lot of time for your job, then your family say you are not giving us time. Like that's the reason like people do the extra marital affairs, and like children are not that much attached to their parents, okay? And so like when you come at home, like there will be no happiness. So and even if you start giving a lot of time to your family, then like ultimately your work is going to affect, and like then like there will be some financial problems, then that same family will start blaming you and start hating you. And like and when the spiritual activities are hampered, then you are mentally you will mentally you will be disturbed, okay? So it's better to balance all of these three things, like morning for Krishna, after like day for work, and like evening for a family, okay? So yes, like and like thus like Prabhupada further saying like this karmis do the so-called pious activities. Why Prabhupada is saying this so-called? Because when we perform the pious activity, so like you will be elevated to the higher planets like moon and above the like a moon to the Brahma till the Brahma Loka. So you will promoted there, and like you will enjoy the like a sense gratification in multifolds in like a thousands time more you can enjoy there. And like that too for the thousands of years. But like why it is so called pious activities? Because even if you go there, you will enjoy there for some time, then again you will fall down to this earthly planet, and like there is no guarantee like you're again going to become a human, or like you may be the cat, dog, like even the worm in a stool, and like there is no opportunity to like practice the Krishna consciousness. So like that's why like it is not good to even go into the heavenly planets. And like the sense gratification is like so much that like even if you go there, like one may think na like we think ourselves so intelligent, one may think okay, let's go like let's do some pious activity, go to the heavenly planet, then like we will have a lot of sense gratification also, and at that time we will remember Krishna. No, like at the one time you can do one thing only. Like if you are too much entangled in sense gratification, you will forget Krishna, okay? And like when you are when you are rendering service, devotional service to the Krishna, then like you won't think like this is very insignificant to do the sense gratification, okay? So yes, like this earth is called as a mrityu loka. This is a place of a birth. Like there is no surety of what I'm going to take birth, next birth. But there is a guarantee. There is 100% a guarantee that like one who has taken birth, he has to die. Okay. So like a death like guarantee is there. Like so we don't know like when we are going to die. So like why we are wasting our time? So, like every moment is so precious. Every moment we can engage in Krishna service by hearing Krishna Katha, by reading Srila Prabhupada books. Because Prabhupada every paragraph, like you won't find any one paragraph where the name Krishna is not there. Okay, so Krishna, like Prabhupada is simply glorifying the Krishna. So like we should read the Srila Prabhupada books, and we should chant, because like as we have here, like there is no Krishna is absolute. So there is no difference between Krishna's name, Krishna, like reading the Krishna's pastimes, and even the reading the Srila Prabhupada books. Like when we are reading means we are associating with the pure devotee, that is Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Krishna. And like we are also associating with the Krishna because we are reading the pastimes and the qualities and glorification of Krishna. Okay. So, Hare Krishna, Snigdha, Sudha Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. This is the position of all karmis, including those who act piously and those who act impiously. On this planet, we find many businessmen, politicians, and others who are simply interested in material happiness. They attempt to earn money by all means, not considering whether such means are pious or impious. Such people are called karmis or gross materialists. Among the karmis are some vikarmis, people who act without the guidance of Vedic knowledge. Those who act on the basis of Vedic knowledge perform sacrifices for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu and to receive benedictions from him. In this way, they are elevated to higher planetary systems. Such karmis are superior to the vikarmis, and for they are faithful to the directions of the Vedas and are certainly dear to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita 4.11, Krishna says, Ye yatamam prapatyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. In whatever way one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. Krishna is so kind that he fulfills the desires of the karmis and the gyanis, not to speak of the bhaktas. Although the karmis are sometimes elevated to higher planetary systems, as long as they remain attached to fruitive activities, they must accept new material bodies after death. If one acts impiously, he can attain a new body among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, or he may attain some other position in which he can enjoy a higher standard of material happiness. On the other hand, those who are engaged in impious activities are degraded and take birth as animals, trees, and plants. Thus, those fruitive actors who do not care for the Vedic directions, vikarmis, are not appreciated by learned, saintly persons.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. Yes. So yes, we can see here Prabhupada is saying that like everyone currently even the sages of Nainisharan are saying that everyone is engaged in a sense gratification and no one is taking the no one is taking the path of a dharma, no one is taking its Krishna consciousness, and then what will be happen to them? So these pure devotees, they sacrifice their life for a fools like us, like a fools like me. Okay, like you are all are exalted. So yes, we are not taking interested in Krishna consciousness. We have too much interest in the material sense gratification. Prabhupada called this material sense gratification as a polished animal life, because animals are also doing the same. They are eating, they are sleeping, they are mating, and they are defending. And if in a human life we are also doing the same, but we are doing in a polished way. Like animals do the sex outside, in on the street. Like a human prefer to go in a hotel, or he want to do these activities in the what we call a house or something, some apartment. So whatever things we are doing, it is just a polished animal life. So so what differentiate the human from this animals? That is your Krishna consciousness. Animals don't do animal. Have you seen any animal chanting? No. Have you seen any animal reading the scriptures? Have you seen any animal who is hearing the Harikatha and he is speaking Harikatha? No, because this opportunity is only for the human life. So if you are engaging, if you are using this this human life for the same things, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and we are too much entangled in a sense gratification, then we are simply living the polished animal life, simply like a hog, dog, camel, you know even Prabhupada called us a donkey. We are simply running behind this material sense gratification and we are gaining nothing. We are simply laboring, and we are not getting any good result for that. So yes, there are vikarmis who don't follow the a guidance of the Vedic scriptures. So and about them, there are karmis Krishna like these karmis because they follow the follow the instructions of a Vedas, and they do the sacrifices for the satisfaction of a Vishnu. But what is the problem? Problem is that it all are these things they are doing, but they are doing it for their own sense gratification. They want something in a return. That's why they are called as a karmis or a fruity workers. Okay. And so they do some pious activities. They want to go on a heavenly planet, so they can enjoy their higher standard of a material happiness. So even the Prabhupada's disciples are saying uh, they are discussing something about the Swarga or something. Then Prabhupada said that even they are saying now America is so good, a lot of luxuries there. There are no pits in the roads, and a very good too much greenery is there. A very nice environment is there. So like uh, Prabhupada says, even the toilets in heaven are a better place than the toilets in heaven are better than this America. So we can see the how much sense gratification is more and how much this material happiness more in the higher planets. But when you are too much entangled in sense gratification and when you have a lot of comforts in your life, then you cannot practice the Krishna consciousness. So even the demigods, when we read the Srimad Bhagavatam, even demigods they say they want to take birth in this earthly planet so that they can practice the Krishna consciousness and they can liberate it from this material world. Okay. So we shouldn't aspire for these things to go do some a lot of pious activities and go to the heavenly planets. No. And even if we don't have to perform the impious activities so that if we perform impious activities, then we will get degraded. We will get the we can go in a darkest place of this material existence where we cannot practice the Krishna consciousness. That's why it is called as darkest, animal life, insect life, even the trees and plants. Okay. So it is better to that we don't have to do the we don't have to act like a karmis, we don't have to act like a vikarmis. And so the how devotees act, they act in a Krishna consciousness. They do the akarma, whatever activities they are doing it for Krishna's pleasure. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. When they do it for Krishna's pleasure, they so that they don't get the result of this a result of their work as a pious or impious. Okay. So when we act in a Krishna consciousness, we go to the Krishna. When we do the pious activities, we go to the heavenly planets, again fall down. Then what is the use? And when we do the impious activity, we will be degraded where we cannot practice the Krishna consciousness. Okay. And yes, we can read further. Hare Krishna, Pravina Mataji can read. Hare Krishna, Pravina Mataji.
Koti pranams, Mataji. Do I have to read the verse and then?
No, you can directly jump to the. Yes.
Materialists who work like dogs and hogs simply for sense gratification are actually mad. They simply perform all kinds of abominable activities simply for sense gratification. Materialistic activities are not at all worthy of an intelligent man, for as a result of such activities, one gets a material body which is full of misery. The purpose of human life is to get out of the threefold miserable conditions which are concomitant with material existence. Unfortunately, fruitive workers are mad to earn money and acquire temporary material comforts by all means. Therefore, they risk being degraded to lower species of life. Materialists foolishly make many plans to become happy in this material world. They do not stop to consider that they will live only for a certain number of years, out of which they must spend a major portion acquiring money for sense gratification. Ultimately, such activities end in death. Materialists do not consider that after giving up the body, they may become embodied as lower animals, plants, or trees. Thus, all their activities simply defeat the purpose of life. Not only are they born ignorant, but they act on the platform of ignorance, thinking that they are getting material benefits in the shape of skyscraper buildings, big cars, honorable positions, and so on. The materialists do not know that in the next life they will be degraded and that all their activities simply serve as parabhava, their defeat. This is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.5. Parabhavastava tavad abodha jata. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, so Prabhupada, we can recite na Chakshudan Dio. Prabhupada is opening our eyes, okay, with the knowledge, with the oilment of a knowledge. So we can see here now Prabhupada is saying a materialistic who work very hard dogs and hogs simply for the sense gratification are actually mad. So when we go outside, then they will say these people are mad behind the Krishna. So becoming a mad behind Krishna is very good than becoming mad for this sense gratification. Okay, they consider ourselves mad and we consider themselves mad. So but what Prabhupada says that actually they are mad. Okay, because Why they are mad? Because like they do all kinds of abnormal activity for sense gratification. We can see now, like everything is like polluted here. Like even like they add some powder to the spices, even like whatever like even the in milk they add some harmful chemicals so that they can produce large amount of milk. And and like then like they can get a lot of money, and from then like they can do the sense gratification. But then they don't know for this act they have to go to the hell and they have to suffer there. Okay, but like what is their goal? They want more money so that they can do the more like a sense gratification. Materialistic activities are not at all worthy of an intelligent man. So if you are an intelligent person, like you don't have the dreams, okay, I want big house, I want big car, I want to like go for the world tour, or I want this and that, all things material. If you are intelligent, you will think, okay, why to waste lot of time there? Like I will work only which is that like for which like I can fulfill the necessities of my life, and like the remaining time I can engage in Krishna consciousness. I can engage my time in serving Krishna and like Krishna's devotees. Okay, so like intelligent person is he. Okay, and like people who think like they will get like a lot of enjoyment from this, like a big house, big cars, like a lot of fame, name, like people should follow them, like they want millions of people so that they can follow them. So like this all are material sense gratification. And like what Prabhupada says, that unfortunately like they are mad to earn the money, these fruitive workers, and acquire the temporary material comforts by all the means. So why they are mad? Because like whatever they are gaining, like it's going to stay here only. They are not going to take this, like even if they get next life, there is no guarantee. They can become a snake, they can become a wolf, or they can become any animal. Okay, there is no guarantee. And like even if you earn the PhD here, if you earn the millions of a dollar, the next time when you are even if you like by fortune, if you get the human birth, then like you are not born with a PhD certificate you earned in previous life. You are not like you're not born with the millions and billions of dollars on your bank account. You have to start with the zero. But in other hand, like if you chant the one mantra of Hare Krishna, then like next life you can start with the second mantra. Okay, so like that's why it is a temporary, and that's why these people are mad, because it's going to like like when we are on an airport, like if you carry something which is like not allowed in in aeroplane, then you have to we have to leave that things behind. So like whatever sense gratification, whatever material assets you are having, like we have to keep this here only. And like what we can take there is only the it's a Krishna conscious activities. Okay, so like we should focus on those things like which we can take us with us. Okay, so, yes, a materialistic foolishly make many plans to become happy in this material world. So, like Krishna says that this is a dukkhalayam, but what we say, okay, even it is a dukkhalayam, let me try to make it sukhalayam, but this is not possible for us. Okay, so this is a dukkhalayam, and Prabhupada say the purpose of a human life is to get out of this miserable condition. Okay, so like what is the purpose of our life? You have to get out of this material this miserable world, and it is possible when we engage in Krishna's loving devotional service. So we have to serve Krishna, and then as a byproduct, byproduct, you can get out of this material world. Okay, so, and they do not stop to consider that we will live only under the some number of years, and out of there, they've spent the major portion acquiring money for the sense gratification. So, they don't know, like we are coming here with the expiry date. You will on this date, there will be some date. On this date, you are going to like leave this body, and you are going to get another body. Like if there is expiry date, like so you don't know. And like best part is you don't know the expiry date. So like even the Parikshit Maharaj is so fortunate that he at least he knows that he has the seven days, so that he engaged like a day and night without drinking water. He was hearing the Hari Katha. but like we are so like we are I don't know, like maybe people know their expiry date. So like everyone is like engaged in a sense gratification and they don't have the time for the Krishna consciousness. But the thing is that like you don't know when you are going to die, when you are going to leave this human body, and like when you leave this human body you will lose the opportunity to go back to the Godhead. You will lose the opportunity to hear about the Krishna. You will lose the opportunity to love Krishna. You will lose the opportunity to serve Krishna, and like you will lose the opportunity to get out of this material world. like uh, so, like every moment, you have to engage in a Krishna service simply by hearing, chanting, reading Prabhupada books. Like there is no hard and fast rule. Na? Like you can chant, you can read. Like Prabhupada has given a lot of varieties. You can do the kirtan, you can hear the kirtan, you can hear the Hari Katha. Like even like you, if you think like first two cantos, like the lectures are like Bhagavatam lectures are boring. So like you can hear the like Krishna Kathas. You can read the Krishna book. Prabhupada has given so much, like, but we are not taking benefit. And you know, like I read somewhere, like I'm not able to recall it, but like in that quote, like someone is saying that Krishna want to give you everything, but you are not qualified, and like you are not eager to take that. So you have to like we have to make ourselves qualify. It's like father has a billions of a dollars, and like he has a small son. So if he give that billions of a dollar to the son, like then he can turn when he's a very small. And when he's when he's in a teenager, if a father give him the millions of a dollar, he can like do the all abnormal things. Like he can become the women hunter, he can become a drunkard, or like he can become a drug addict. So like a father has to wait till the son matures. When son is a mature, like he knows the values of life, then father can give that millions of dollars to the son, and then son can utilize this in like in good things. So like Prabhupada has to give us a lot of things, Krishna has to give us a lot of things, but a point is that we are not that much mature. So we have to mature, like we have to mature. And how we will going to get mature? By strong, by doing the sadhana very strongly with the sincerity. Okay. So like here Prabhupada is saying we don't know like when we are going to die, but majority of our life we are we are okay, majority major portion we spend in acquiring money for a sense gratification. So like we can analyze our life, like okay, like even we can analyze our day. Okay, I am having 24 hours in a day. How much time like I am staying in a Krishna consciousness, how much time I'm giving to the Krishna, and how much time I'm going to the sense gratification. You have to analyze every day. Okay. So, like, yes, further Prabhupada says that, like, even if you engage in this sense gratification, it is considered as a parabhava. If you have even if you have the big car, house, and like you earn a lot of money in this life, but it is still parabhava, because next life you are not going to carry even a single money, even a single gram of a gold. What you are going to carry is your Krishna consciousness. And like, even like if you become perfect, like if you strictly follow the principles, then Prabhupada will take you back to the Godhead. And Prabhupada keep his promises. Prabhupada said, if you follow like a 4 regular principles very strictly, if you chant minimum 16 round, and if you follow his instruction, then he will personally take you like back to the Godhead. But why we are not having the faith in Prabhupada? Okay, so like we have to increase our faith, like, and we should follow the instruction of Prabhupada. Okay, so I think from tomorrow we will start. Okay, because it's already 7:30. The next paragraph is also so good. Okay, so one should eager to understand the science of a soul, Atma Tattva. So tomorrow we will start from here. Today we will end our session here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. So
Thank you,
Prabhupada is
Mataji. Hare
giving the
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you,
practical
Mataji.
instructions. So we don't have to engage ourselves in sense gratification. We sleep a lot. We have the time for sleeping. We have time for eating. Like we can take the twice or thrice prasadam in a day. But like when it comes to read the Srila Prabhupada books, we don't have time. Like when it comes to hear the Harikatha, we don't have time.
We have all the time.
So like we have to find the time, and we should like follow the instruction of Prabhupada. Nama Prabhu said like at least for 1 hour you have to read the books. So like please start with at least 10-15 minutes to or a half hour, or then like we can proceed to the 1 hour. And like when we start reading, there will be taste. Okay, now we all are having the taste to attend the reading class, like we are having
Yeah.
the same people. So tomorrow we will tomorrow, like 100 days are completed. Can you imagine, for the 100 days, like we have reading the Prabhupada books? And like I know, like for me, like my sincerity has increased, like for my sadhana, and the quality of sadhana is also increased. So like one who is attending, like they can notice a few changes in their sadhana and in their spiritual life also, because we are daily, in that too in early morning, we are associating with the pure devotee. So Hare Krishna, happy Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Like if
Mataji. Thank
like
you.
if anyone
Everyone.
want to, like anyone some improvements, like how we can improve our classes, and like what can be like what things we can do the better, their like group is open, like you can message there. Okay,
Yes,
so
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, happy Krishna conscious day. Please find the like instruction and try to follow it. Then like you are simply hearing and like forgetting, then what is the use
No,
of
no,
that?
no. No, Mataji.
So
Who
we don't
says
have
we are
to engage
forgetting?
ourselves
No,
in
we are
sense
not forgetting.
gratification. We should remember Krishna. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
always.
Hari Bol.